Hello and welcome back to my channel. If not back, then just welcome. Today I'm going to finally be doing the video that no one asked for. I'm going to be reviewing Fenty Beauty. It took me a long time to get here because it took me a long time to find my foundation shade, and I ordered everything online because I was just too lazy to go and get it from the store. But I digress, that's my fault. I would have had this video up sooner had I just got up and got my butt to the store. But here we are, better late than never, right? Right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into this look. Everything on my face, with the exception of my brows and my mascara, is Fenty Beauty. Alright, I rambled on long enough. Let's just go ahead and get into this makeup. I'm going to start with the Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer. Part of the reason that it's taking me so long to get this video out is I bought everything in stages. At first, I wasn't going to order anything because I wasn't very impressed. But then I started seeing everyone's reviews and I was like, film the FOMO, you know. And so I bought the foundation and I loved it. I didn't have the right shade at first, which is why I didn't make a review, but I loved how I could tell that I was going to love it once I had the correct shade. And then I watched Jackie Aina's review, and she said that she suggested getting the primer because companies formulate primers to work in conjunction with their foundations. And I love me a good primer. As an oily person, I need a primer to help keep everything in place. And so I was like, you right. So I went out and I bought the primer, and then I just kept watching Fenty Beauty reviews, and everybody kept raving about the matchsticks and how cute the packaging was because it's magnetic and blah 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 blah. And I was just kind of like, I want to try that too. So then I bought the matchsticks and lip gloss, and I called it a day. um, so that's part of what's taking me so long to get this video up. Next, I'm going to go in with the foundation. They say to shake it well. When I first got my correct, let me just throw it across the room. When I first got my correct foundation shade, I didn't shake it, and I noticed a difference in the consistency of it. It seemed a little thicker. Didn't seem as water-like. I have one of these silly sponges, and I'm not going to use it to buff it in or anything like that. I'm just using it to apply it to my face. You use less makeup this way, as it's not absorbing into your hand or onto the brush when you first put it on your skin. I just put one pump on there. As you can see, it's running down super liquidy. I'm pretty sure by this point you've seen everybody's review though, so I don't feel like I'm telling you anything that you don't already know. I'm just going to put that forehead, chin, and then on the sides of my nose, my cheeks area. And I'm just going to spread that across my face a little bit before I go in with my brush. Now I'm going to blend it all out. I didn't get any of the Fenty Beauty tools, but I have this brush from It Cosmetics. It Cosmetics for Ulta. It's the Velvet Luxe Plus Foundation. It has the same sort of feel as the Fenty brush. So that's why I chose to use this brush. It's a dense synthetic brush, but it's not very fluffy. It's not a buffing brush. So I felt more comfortable using this. I felt like this was more true to how the foundation would probably apply with her brush. And as you can see, just one layer of foundation. I'll bring you in a little closer. Just one layer of foundation and I am flawless-ish. I'm matte, I'm even, which is really all I ever ask for a foundation. I match my neck and my ear. It's perfect. I'm in the shade 350 for now. Let's talk a little bit about the color selection. So, looking online did not help me at all. I felt like every model looked like they were the same color. I didn't know if I was going to be in the tan category or if I was going to be in the dark category. Looking at the swatches on the model's arms on Sephora.com, I thought I was going to be in the dark category. I thought I was going to be either 400 or 410. And then when I went online and looked on FentyBeauty.com and looked at the models, I figured, okay, I'm probably in the tan category. But even though they had all of the models, like different undertones described, they all looked like they were the same color to me. So I had absolutely no idea what shade I was gonna be. I stayed away from 390 because it looked really red and I figured it would be really red on me. So I went ahead and I got 360 and 370. Now, obviously now that I have 350, neither one of those worked for me. But it was really interesting because the colors the colors didn't work because they were too dark or too light. The colors didn't work because the undertone was wrong. And that I feel like is so invaluable. Like all three shades, 350, 360, and 370, could technically work on me. I could make all three of those things work with highlight and contour and all that jazz. But I've never had that problem before of having the right shade but the wrong undertone, but having the option and ability to go ahead and buy the right shade with the right undertone. I'm saying all of this to say, go ahead and test it in the store. You will not be able to just look out online and be like, yes, pick this. This is the model, or this is the one for me. Also, watching YouTube videos helped my review a lot. Watching other YouTubers that are similarly complected to me. In my description box, I will link all of the videos that like finally got me to go ahead and buy this product, because it's just, I am so happy that I went ahead and bought from the Fenty Beauty line. YouTube definitely made me buy it on this one. Enough rambling, let's get back into the makeup. So now I'm going to go ahead with the Matchstick Trio. As you know by now, they're all magnetic. It's super cute. I got the Trio in tan, so I have Truffle as my contour, Caramel as my highlight, and I have Rum as my shimmer highlight. I was hesitant on getting these because I don't normally like cream highlight contour products. I'm going to put a little bit. I'm not going to go too close underneath my eye. I'm going to concentrate most of the color down here and then bring it up as needed. I guess I'm going to use my fingers to blend it out. Now, the foundation I have used before on more than one occasion, but this is the first time that I am using the highlight, the matchsticks, and I'm liking it a lot. It's more creamy than I thought it was going to be. It's more smooth than I thought it was going to be, but the finish of it is, it's still very lightweight. I usually don't like cream highlight contour products because I feel like they're very heavy. But these are super light. I'm shocked. I'm impressed. Super impressed. You don't need a light hand. Like, I'm barely touching my skin because I don't want to pull on the thin skin underneath here. And it's gliding on perfectly. Wow. Alright, so just a little bit there, a little bit there, down the bridge. Even though I have 2 layers on my face, it feels like I have nothing on my skin. But it looks so well put together. It looks so like full coverage, and not full coverage because you can still see some of my imperfections or whatever, but it looks so made up. It looks like my definition of flawless. It looks like my skin, but better. And that's really hard to find in a matte foundation. Oh, that just scared me. They shifted together and scared the mess out of me. I didn't think this color was going to work on me either. I thought it was going to be too bright. I don't like a lot of bright underneath my eye. I don't have any other words. It looks good. Okay. Now to contour. This is the part that scares me. I hardly ever contour. Wow, the feeling of these products, they're so dry, but not in a bad way. It's like a cream to powder kind of situation, but almost skipping the cream step, like simply just powder in a stick form, which I love because when I do contour, if I ever contour, it's super light and it's with just like bronzing the face a little bit, or like a powder that's darker than me. I'm gonna take my same the same brush I use for the foundation and just work that into my skin. I am not the best at contouring in the world. I also have like hyperpigmentation underneath my cheekbone. That just kind of already looks like contour. So usually I don't feel like I have to. The only other time that I really concentrate on contouring is if I feel like products have made me look too ashen and I just want to warm up a little bit, which I don't feel like I had a problem with that at all. I got a package in the mail and it's shoes. I've been buying shoes left, right, and center. I gotta hide the boxes from my husband. Okay, so contoured. Did I do it right? I don't know. I don't know how to contour temple and like cheekbones, but I just feel like I never do it right. But I think it's because of my natural hyperpigmentation. Like, look at that. It looks like I didn't blend anything, but I swear to you guys, that's just my face. Which, as you can see, it still pokes through. So it's not a full coverage foundation. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Okay. Moving on to rum. So after I went to the store and finally swatched everything in person so I could find my correct foundation shade, I looked at more of these matchsticks. I want them all. Like, I almost want all of them. I really wasn't feeling any of the Killawatt powder highlighters, but all of these matchsticks, Chili Mango, Radique, Yacht Life, are the three that really stand out in my mind. Cinnamon, all of them are just so flawless. All of them are just so beautiful, like just mad pretty. And I didn't get any of them. Okay, so this part I know how to do well. I'm just going to sweep it on my face. How I apply my contour, or not my contour, I'm sorry, how I apply my highlight changes literally. Oh, I usually don't put shimmer under there. Oh well. Changes literally every time I do my makeup. Sometimes I do it here. Sometimes I do it from here. Sometimes I bring it like all the way down. Sometimes I bring it up higher on my cheekbone. I just kind of like whatever I'm feeling that day is how I do it. It's super subtle, which I love. I don't like a real bling and highlight. For my complexion, I really like this trio of matchsticks. Yeah, I really like this. It brings back the light into my face that I was worried about losing with everything else being matte, with it being a matte filter and a matte foundation and a matte contour, matte highlight, or matte concealer. I was worried about looking too flat, too cakey. Cakey is a better word. Not looking like as skin-like as I personally like to look. Even though I have oily skin, I like a more dewy sort of finish. It's way more shimmery and not as glittery as I thought it was going to be. That's the reason why I didn't get any of the Mega White highlighters. They were all so glittery. I'm telling you, I swatched Trophy Wife on my hand and I ended up with gold glitter on my thighs. Like, it was too much. I can't live that life. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed through my brows because she doesn't have any brow products yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and zip right through it. Since I didn't get any of the Kilowatt highlighters, I don't really have any like eyeshadow per se, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my Matchstick Trio on my eyes, primarily Truffle and Rum. I'm going to run Truffle in my crease. I'm just going to use my finger to blend this out. This looks like this is going to be like perfect, 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 quick and easy everyday makeup, which I love. I love stuff that is super simple and I can just kind of like go and do. I love being fancy too, but just for everyday life, nothing beats being able to just go ahead and go. I'm gonna put Rum on my lid. Normally I use a eyeshadow primer, so I don't know how this is gonna last. Cream shadows always tend to crease on me. I don't mind because I only use shimmer crease shadows. So as long as they don't get caught in the folds of my eye and just kind of fade throughout the day, I don't really mind that. It just adds to a glossy look on the eye, which I really like. So I'm curious to see how this is going to hold up on my eye with no sort of primer. And then with more of a fluffier brush, I'm going to go in with Caramel and just highlight underneath my brow. Live for a good monochromatic makeup look. So being able to use the same products, literally the same products on my face as I use on my eyes, I really like that. And then just clean up a little bit underneath here for a really sharp line. I'm gonna go ahead and speed through mascara since she doesn't have a mascara. To finish off the look, I'm going to use the lip gloss, Fenty Glow. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually kind of line my lips with Truffle. Since it is a chubby stick, obviously I'm going to get more than my lip line, but I want to use it mostly as a lip liner. Then I'm going to go ahead and just finish up with a touch of gloss. This has a very nostalgic smell to me. I think it smells just like a Bonnie Bell lip gloss I had, like my first lip gloss that I was allowed to actually have. That's what it smells like to me for some reason. It's a very tropical scent. Very sweet tropical scent. A lot of people said they also got a tropical scent from the primer and foundation, but to me the primer and foundation smell a lot more floral than they do tropical, but that's just me, that's just my nose. Yeah, I'm gonna take these clips out of my head and alright, so here we have it, the final look from Fenty Beauty. I am thoroughly impressed with all of these products. There's not a one of these products that I wouldn't recommend. I mean, this is gonna sound wild, but it kind of reminds me of Glossier. Like, it kind of reminds me of super user-friendly, super easy, quick on the go kind of makeup, but it's a more amped up version. It's It's a more glamorous version. This is still like, to me at least, this is still very much an everyday face. Like, I don't feel like I accidentally did too much. I don't feel like I look overly done. I don't look cakey. I don't look masky. I feel like I still look very much like myself. I still like feel like I didn't really like transform or anything like that. It's definitely an enhancing sort of user-friendly makeup line. I'm not a pro by any stretch of the imagination, and it's just so easy to use. In the comments down below, let me know what you would be interested in seeing from Fenty next. I really want an eyeshadow palette. Eyeshadow palettes are my weakness. It's where my heart lies. I would love to see an eyeshadow palette from them. I would love to see more lip things from them. Now that the door has been opened and everybody loves it, literally from the fairest of the fair to the deepest of the deep, I feel like the sky's the limit. I feel like she just kind of has the beauty world sitting on the edge of its seat right now, waiting to see what she's going to do next, which is super powerful and really astonishing for a first time release. So it's just a testament to the actual products. The fact that she thought of everybody's undertone. There are 40 shades, bro. 40 shades. She thought of everybody's undertone off rip. She didn't have to be told to put them out. She didn't have to take a poll to see who would buy it. I know that I'm beating a dead horse at this point because everybody's talking about how many shades, but it just really means a lot. I went with a friend of mine to pick up this foundation, and she's usually the darkest shade, and she tried on the darkest shade and it was too dark for her, and she had to go up like 3 or 4 shades. Perfect. Like, just that and the like elation that she was expressing while picking out this foundation, it was just awesome to see. So if you have made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you from the very bottom of my heart. Till next time, bye guys. Just stop by to make an amendment. Remember when I asked you what did you want to see next from the Fenty Beauty collection? Well, apparently Homegirl's coming out with a whole holiday collection. So guess what I'm getting for Christmas? Guess what I'm getting for Christmas? Guess what I'm getting for Christmas? Okay, bro. Bye, guys.